Welcome back to Shemsuniverse. So today, guys, we're going to discuss the rising sign slash ascendant sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn is a sign that's represented by the planet Saturn. Saturn's a planet that represents perseverance. It's very cold, dry. You need to be highly motivated to have this planet. It makes you very ambitious and status oriented. So when it comes in the rising sign position, that means that it's going to give you a very serious outlook on life. Your perspective, no matter what your sun sign is, it could be the most positive sun signs like Sagittarius or Gemini. You're still going to be somebody who's going to look at life as something that's like an uphill battle. And you're going to view it in a certain sense of, I need to win, I need to accomplish this to feel this fulfillment. And this is where Saturn kind of fools you with that sort of wisdom. It's not necessarily true that your life is full of hurdles and battles. It's true, though, that you need to actually overcome hurdles and battles when you want a high status quo. So if you want to be the CEO of a company, you can't expect to get there with smooth sailing. If you want to be somebody who's remembered or revered, it's not going to come through just having an ordinary life and being able to party every weekend. What Saturn really teaches is the power of discipline. With discipline comes fortitude, with fortitude comes strength. And that's the whole key behind having Capricorn as this rising sign. If you're able to fully comprehend the power of Saturn, it's the most powerful planet in astrology, you'll understand how to utilize it, and that's what I'm here for. So if you have this as your rising slash ascendant sign, the first thing you want to focus on is, what is my purpose in life? What do I want to do? Once you figure that aspect out, you're then able to realize that yeah, there might be a lot of hurdles along the way, and there might be a lot of things that try to thwart me or throw me off. However, it's those things that are going to build character. It's those things that are going to build strength and resilience and wisdom and experience. When you understand these things, you start to realize that it's not really bad luck that you're having, but good luck. Saturn is a dark planet. If you guys know about numerology number 8, you understand that Saturn is the planet of darkness. It gives you wisdom through uncertainty, through treachery, through sorrow, through pain. And these things, because we're such a pleasure-seeking society, especially in the Western countries, we really just view things in a sense of, we need to have pleasure, we need to have good times, good memories. But it's not really in the good memories where character is built. It's in the bad times. It's in the times where things were tough. When you work out, you don't hope for an easy workout. You hope for a workout that actually gives you a lot of strain, that actually builds your muscle and rips it apart. That's why you're called getting ripped, because you actually have to rip apart the muscle tissue in order for it to build and grow stronger. And that's what Saturn's doing to your mental faculty, and it's doing that by controlling certain external circumstances of your life. And it's going to bring you up in a way that you might have had some family issues, which is what I want to discuss first, family and relationships. You may have had a time where family and relationships was a bit of an iffy topic for you. It may have been something that was kind of hard to deal with, just because Saturn does make you have a bit of a hard first half of your life. It makes things very slow. It endows you with a lot of responsibility that other people may not have. So if you have siblings, you may have been the sibling that has to do things independently or take care of your other siblings. And there's even times where you have to take care of your own parents, whether that be through economically or health-wise. And these things may cripple certain people, make them feel like they have a disadvantage. But if you're able to look at it for what it is and look at it from a mature sort of perspective, you'll start to realize that you can use it to your advantage. You can actually use it to overcome and become stronger. So take the negativity that Saturn is giving you, that's what we want to call it because we have very subjective brains, and then use it to your advantage. Actually use it as your best teachers. This is very, very similar to when you have a life path of 8. It is a very hard road, and it may feel like an uphill road, as I said earlier, but it is a road worth traveling, because you are going to get the status quo that you want. You are going to get the dreams that you've always had. You are going to get the material possessions you've always really desperately wanted. But the thing about it is that you have to sacrifice and do rituals first. Sacrifice means maybe you can't drink, maybe you can't hang out with your friends on the weekend. Maybe you have to be the person that's studying instead of just out partying. But you are going to be doing a sacrifice, which Saturn's going to take into account and give you better karma as a result, and give you better opportunities and better networks. On top of that, you're also going to have now the next aspect, which is ritual. Ritual just simply means discipline, another word. Ritual just means that you're doing something day in, day out, and you just keep getting it done, and it works out for you because you actually turn something that's ritual or discipline into a lifestyle. I mean, you get up every day, you work out, then you have maybe a coffee, then you eat breakfast, Then you go to your job, then you work on something else like a side business after your job. Then you go to bed early to do the same thing again. Very ritualistic, very boring. However, it can work for you to actually get the status quo that you're looking for. When it comes to jobs and occupations, my definite recommendation would be anything from politics to CEO to entrepreneurship, because you guys are very grounded, very goal-oriented, and able to stay focused on one thing for a very long time. Capricorn is a fixed earth sign, and you guys can fixate on a singular purpose and actually get it done. So for career options, you guys are definitely very well suited for jobs that do endow you with a lot of financial prosperity. However, it is going to take hard work to do so, and that's with anything else in life. It's not just because of Saturn, it's not because you have bad luck, it's because that you have high ambitions, and high ambitions need high sacrifice. And that's the whole thing that a lot of people don't understand and try to misinterpret for Saturn being bad luck. The next aspect that I wanted to cover was just family relationships for a second. In regards to family, like I said earlier, you may have been the person that had to take care of family, we've covered that somewhat, but with relationships, for men, I've noticed that a lot of men with Capricorn rising have a hard time finding a suitable mate, suitable partner, just because it becomes very, very difficult for you to find somebody that's going to be able to put up with you having that sort of lifestyle that's very ritualistic, very not really going out, not being very social. All those things can really put a damper on a relationship where they want spontaneity, they want that fun-loving character, they want the person that has stuff already taken care of. When you're younger, it may be best to sacrifice even relationships and just say that you're going to go after your money or your purpose. I give that to men or women just because you are going to have to fixate on that. And unless you find somebody that's actually just like you, that actually hunts for a purpose, then you may be out of luck in that aspect. You don't want a partner that's not going to be focused, that's going to try to distract you. It's in turn just going to ruin the good karma that you can get through Saturn when you actually focus on those things. It's not saying Capricorn's a very materialistic sign, but it is a sign that does want you to achieve a lot of things. And achieving those things mean you have to be somewhat cold. And being cold simply means you just have to be disciplined and stick with the process. Once you trust the process, you will in turn achieve. The only negative parts of this sign, which I think we've gone over as well, just because almost everything in it seems to be negative, that I'm trying to pivot to positive. But the only negative part is, like I said earlier, you're rife with some family issues, may have some relationship issues, and when it comes to actually fixating and finding your purpose, there may be some sort of rigidity with your mind that makes it hard to find your true purpose, just because you're built on certain belief systems that may leave you not thinking outside the box. So try to be more fluid in your thinking so that you can find a proper purpose for yourself, something that actually stimulates your mind and actually can get to your heart and you can have a passion for. If you're lucky enough to be able to find that, and you can also make a lot of money doing so, then you're in luck. If you cannot do that, I recommend just looking at your life and saying, what would I like to change? What would make my life better? And then how can I use this to help other people? And can this be monetized? When you're able to find that, you're able to find at least somewhat of a purpose and have some sort of starting ground there. But that is my whole video for the Capricorn rising sign. If you guys do have any questions whatsoever, just please leave it in the comments for me. Aside from that, guys, please like, subscribe, follow me. That's it for today, guys. Peace.